Buyers and sellers, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Dean, Mr. Real Estate Live, your realtor's favorite realtor, proudly serving the Hampton Roads, VA area, but looking for another market to call home one day. Back with another reaction. If you could, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. Today, we're reacting to one of my personal favorites, my boy Mr. Dave Ramsey, the Ramsey Show highlights. Subscribe to his channel. Watching this video called Wow, You're Screwed, and we're gonna give a reaction to see what type of financial advice Dave Ramsey has today. As you know, anybody with initials DR gotta know what they talk about when it comes to money. That's why my parents named me Dean Rose. So let's get into it.
Well, so thanks for taking my call. My wife and I are on baby steps 4, 5, and 6, and we're planning on selling our current home and buying a new one this fall. The issue is that my mother-in-law just got her real estate license, and my wife wants her to be our realtor. I'm not comfortable with that because she's brand new with no experience selling homes, and I feel like this is too big of a transaction to mix family with business, but my wife is afraid it will cause a rift with her mom if we don't use her. I'd like your advice on how to navigate this wisely and lovingly, both financially and relationally.
My boy laid out the question perfectly. Hey, shout out to him for laying out the question that perfectly. Jesus. Like, got a house, him and his wife, bought to sell. Mother-in-law just became a realtor. She's expecting for them to use her as the realtor. However, he's kind of worried about doing so because it's such a delicate transaction. I get it, man. I was a new realtor one day, and to be honest with you, I don't think that is your problem to figure out. I think that is your mother-in-law's problem to figure out. When I was new in real estate, and that's crazy that I got this one. When I was new in real estate, I subconsciously used to get upset whenever somebody I knew or thought I had a good relationship with decided to use somebody else as a realtor, knowing that I was a realtor. And that is a personal battle you have to kind of figure out yourself, because you're either going to do two things. You're going to grow from it, or you're going to drive yourself off a cliff of insanity. It is not your obligation to use your mom as a realtor. If she has an issue with that, she has an issue with that. That's her issue, not yours. I respect what you're saying about, wanting to use somebody that you feel is more qualified. I mean, if you have an agent in mind that you used in the past that you have a good relationship with, you could use them. If you've done your personal due diligence and research and you have an agent you want to use, you can use them. However, it is ultimately up to you. It's your house. There is no reason for you to feel any type of way about not using a realtor with your house. It's that simple.
Wow, you're screwed.
Come on, Dave.
So true. This is a Hail Mary right here.
I have no idea, man. That's an absolute lose-lose scenario. Oh, man.
It's not, man.
Did
It's
your
not.
wife already kind of hint or go so far as to promise that you guys would use the mother-in-law?
No, we haven't talked to her about it yet.
All right, so you still good, bro. As long as wife didn't say, yeah, mom, you'll be the one to do it, you really don't have a problem yet. So it's not as bad as y'all think, man. They said y'all screwed. It's not as bad as y'all think.
Are you
Trying
sure?
to come to terms together. Yes, I'm sure. We're trying to come to terms together before we even start
Oh,
talking about buying a new house.
what a
and selling.
great, very healthy marriage. Thank you. That's good.
Thank you.
That's the only
Yeah.
shot you've got at this working.
And your wife's on the same page with you. She doesn't want to.
No, she wants to use the mothership.
No, yep, she wants to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but she wants to use it because she doesn't want conflict, not because she thinks she's the best realtor.
Exactly.
Yes, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. That would be my guess. That'd be logical. I mean,
Yep.
I don't think your wife thinks her mother is the best real estate agent out there. She just got her license. Your wife's not unintelligent. I mean, so it must be because she wants to avoid conflict.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows her mother's a travel agent for guilt trips potentially. Okay.
Does she have a good broker above her? Like, is she with a good real estate agency?
That's a big question. If she's with a good agency, you might be okay. Like if she's with one of the bigger agencies like Keller Williams or, somebody who has some type of backing and expect them to be properly trained, it might be okay because nobody's gonna let her just freely just roam free with your contract.
So she just got on with a local real estate agency.
All right. When somebody said they just got on with a local real estate agency, I'm not here saying that local real estate agencies are bad. Not doing that by any means. But the potential for failure has increased.
And she's a property manager, just doing rental houses for a couple houses, I think. But she was a part of a team, and she no longer is. The team leader left the company, but she hasn't tried to be on a different team so far that I know.
Is it a legit local? Are they successful, or have you never heard of them?
I had never heard of them before, but I believe they are legit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Ken's sniffing around the edge is something that might work if you tried to talk to her about involving a co-listing with a stud in the office
Right.
that knows their stuff. That might at least get you good, get you proper,
That's an option.
thing. But her listing it by herself is, it's an either or. Neither one of these choices are good. I mean, she's either going to be angry because,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Bro, working with family ain't easy, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Like, a lot of people think like, oh shoot, it's my sister, my cousin, my brother. Like, working with family, like, you would think it would be smooth, bro. But when you really peel back the layers, working with family is not easy. It's not. Like, you're gonna have an area where your professionalism is going to meet the fact that they believe that you're just family, so they can say things to you that other people can't. Like, those two areas, once they meet, you got a problem.
I don't think there's a magic wand here. Number one, I would do what you're doing is that don't do anything until you and your wife are in solid agreement.
Okay.
And when Sharon and I have had something this sensitive, and dude, this is very sensitive, we have a tendency to write it out when we when we go, okay, we're not doing this, and here's the steps we're going to take, or we are doing this, and here's the steps we're going to take. Okay. Because what happens is it's so emotional, especially for your wife because it's her mom, that if you don't write it down, I forget what I said, and Sharon does too. And then you get 3 steps down into what you thought you were doing, and you go, that isn't. Oh yeah, it is. It's what we said. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it is. And we get into that who shot thing, and so we'll write it down and just say, okay, here's our plan of action. I can hold my nose and agree to the painful parts of this if we're going to go this route. So an example of that might be, okay, we can go with your mom, but only if she involves someone inside the office that's also on the listing that is a high producer.
And if mom, at the end of the day, mom's gonna have to separate mom and real estate. She's gonna have to separate those two. In this situation, you can't be both. In this situation, as a real estate agent, you should be happy with anything you receive because you could easily receive nothing. I understand Wade's point of view and I understand the way mom would probably feel, but mom is going, if she gets a referral off of this, that's a W. Like, you got to really look at it that way because this can be good or this can be really bad. So in this situation, I think trying to do a co-listing with another person in the office who's proven, or at least passing it to another agent that mom believes in and taking the referral, I think that's probably your best bet.
Okay. And only if we try this for 90 days, and if after 90 days we're not getting good results, we agree to change agents.
Okay.
That would be a way. That would be a compromise you could do. Okay.
Right.
If you went the other way, you'd have to just say, okay, if we're not going to use her, then who's going to talk to her? How are we going to do this? And what are we going to try? Who else can we involve? Is your wife's dad? Are they still married?
No.
Okay.
No, they're divorced. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a just drawing? I'm just pulling things out of the air here. Does your mother-in-law and you guys happen to go to the same church?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't go to church with us.
Okay. Okay. Because I would like to involve a pastor if I was going to tell her no. If I was going to tell her no, and let someone throw cold water on all the emotions. In other words, a mediator, if you will. That's what I was looking for there. Because this is not going to go well if you tell her no. I mean, I just cannot imagine a scenario where
it
she
ain't
goes,
that bad.
Oh, I completely understand. I doubt it.
I mean, she would say that. She might not feel that. But again, as a real estate agent, and this is coming from these words, I understand. All right, so this is only on this, I'm going to say I probably have more information than Dave Ramsey. Only on this, because Dave is Dave Ramsey. I'm a realtor, and I'm a pretty good realtor. You have to understand, as a real estate agent, one of the truths that you have to comprehend early in your career is you're not going to be able to sell every house. And it's layers to that statement. It's going to be some houses that you actually get the listing and it just may not sell. It's going to be some listings that you simply won't get because it's you. Like, and you have to take that and use that as motivation in other places of your career. If you have people who are just doing real estate because it's cool, and then you have legitimate real estate agents. Somebody doing real estate because it's cool is going to hold on to this and have a inner battle or a vendetta against you for not using it. Someone who is a real estate agent is going to see that happen and say, that one wasn't meant for me in the first place. And they're going to find somebody else's house. That's the difference.
I doubt it.
That's right. I'll step in and say I like where Dave's going here. And the reason I was asking all those questions, Dave's right, is if she's with a reputable firm, they stand to win if she sells the house. And if she has some mentorship on this deal. And I think
if she won't do that, that gives me an out. I'll tell her no.
I agree.
Exactly.
That creates a thing for your wife, because your wife's got to be the one on this, by the way. Your wife's also got to agree to this, that if we do 90 days and mom doesn't sell it, she's got to be the one that fires her mom.
And mom's got to know up front, we're going to try 90 days.
All of this.
You know, I would sit down after we get the initial oomph out of the way, I would sit down, the three of you, and you can sit there and you can talk as much or as little at that point. Normally, your wife needs to carry this because it's her mom.
Mm-hmm.
But but I would just say, listen, I want everybody to be in agreement here because I don't want us to lose a relationship over a house.
Mm-hmm.
A house deal. It's not even a house. It's our house. It's not your house.
Yeah.
Over 6%
your
commission.
crib, bro.
I don't want us to lose a relationship. A 3% commission, because you're going to be splitting it with somebody. For God's sakes, I don't want us to lose a relationship over that. So we're going to be in agreement that the other mentor is going to be helpful, and we're going to get the house sold in 90 days. And if not, you're going to be in agreement, Mom, that you're not going to be upset with us because we're going to try someone else at that point. But we don't really want to do this. The only reason we would do this is to try to help you get started in the business and because you're here. But you're not entitled to this.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to set the table where the exit ramp is clear. And Mom, if you can't agree that we're going to change agents in 90 days, and Mom, if you can't agree
not doing this.
that the other person's going to be involved to help you in this, then we're not going to be able to go forward because we would not list our home with a new agent in any circumstances otherwise.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't even be considering this if it
Correct.
wasn't you.
Absolutely correct.
Exactly.
And I would say all of that out loud. And if you get a negative reaction where she bows up and acts entitled anywhere in that, I'm going to pull the plug on her
Bah!
and let her.
Tell her, Dave. Pulling that. We pulling that
We're not
plug.
going to be able to go forward because we would not list our home with a new agent in any
Bah!
circumstances
Bah!
otherwise.
Pulling the plug.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't even be considering this if it wasn't you.
Exactly.
And I would say all of that out loud. And if you get a negative reaction where she bows up and acts entitled anywhere in that, I'm going to pull the plug on her
Pulling the plug.
and let her be mad, because you're not dealing with a reasonable human then. You're dealing with somebody that's entitled.
Exactly.
And yeah, and there's drama in the real estate business all the time. It's just part of that deal. Wow.
Real estate is drama, bro. Adding family drama to real estate drama make real estate drama even worse. But Dave, thanks again for the video. If y'all could hit that like button, that subscribe button. Subscribe to Dave Ramsey. Subscribe to the Ramsey Show highlights. See y'all on the next reaction. Gone.